If AJ Dybantsa gets drafted by the Wizards, a lot of people are going to feel bad for him. That's a sentiment a lot of people genuinely share. When the Washington Wizards landed the number 1 pick in the lottery, even AJ himself looked a little disappointed, because the Utah Jazz were clearly where his heart was. Not from Utah, but somehow he feels like he belongs there. AJ Dybantsa wasn't born in Utah. He was born in Brockton, Massachusetts. His father, Ace, is from the Congo, and his mother, Chelsea, is from Jamaica. As immigrants raising 3 children, life was never easy for them. Basketball entered AJ's life in the most ordinary way possible, just like it does for so many American kids. When he was 5, he became obsessed with a Spider-Man mini hoop he saw at a grocery store. His father, Ace, saw the spark in his son's eyes, quietly thanked God, bought the little hoop, and hung it on the doorway of AJ's bedroom. From that moment on, basketball became his favorite thing in the world. But Ace's parenting style was never just about affection. Starting at age 4, Ace made him do 100 push-ups every morning and every night. If he got lazy or made mistakes, that number could jump to 150 or even 200. Ace even installed a camera in the kitchen to monitor his son's workouts. That near-military discipline built the early foundation of AJ's body and mentality. When the pandemic hit, AJ was in 7th grade. Every gym was shut down, and life came to a standstill. But the boredom and frustration lit something deeper inside him, a real obsession with basketball. Coach Joe Saunders found a court on a naval base that was still usable. Ace drove 50 miles every single day to take 13-year-old AJ there to train. Once there, he was always matched up against players who were older, taller, and stronger. After practice, while the other kids were sprawled out exhausted, AJ would sit in his coach's living room rewatching his own film, breaking down every detail. That was when he became obsessed with film study. The pandemic turned him from a kid who played for fun and didn't care much about winning into someone who thought about basketball every single day and desperately wanted to improve. By 8th grade, AJ's body started changing fast. In less than a year, he shot up from 5'9" to 6'3". When brushing his teeth in the morning, he noticed that every couple of weeks, less of his head showed in the bathroom mirror. Then eventually he could only see his chin. Soon, he was taller than the mirror itself, and with that growth spurt came a whole new level of dominance on the court. After his freshman season in 2021, AJ was already ranked the number 1 high school player in the class of 2026. In 2023, he reclassified into the class of 2025 and held onto the number 1 spot nationally. For his final high school season, AJ transferred to Utah Prep, where he averaged 21.5 points, 12.7 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game. When it came time to choose a college, AJ Dybantsa was chased by nearly every major basketball program in the country. Reports said nil offers ranged from $3.5 million to $5 million. But surprisingly, he chose BYU instead of the highest bidder. What convinced him was the NBA-level development environment BYU offered. Head coach Kevin Young had previously been an assistant with the Suns and had coached AJ's idol, Kevin Durant. On April 23, 2026, AJ Dybantsa officially announced at the Davis School in his hometown of Brockton that he would enter the NBA draft. Over the past 2 years, AJ had lived and played in Utah, and his family had moved there with him and fallen in love with the place. What he did at BYU turned him into a local hero in the eyes of Utah fans. So when the Wizards won the number 1 pick and the Jazz ended up with number 2, AJ visibly didn't look thrilled. The team he truly wanted was Utah. Some analysts even speculated that he might refuse to work out for Washington in an attempt to force a trade. At the same time, the Jazz have reportedly already contacted the Wizards about the possibility of trading up from number 2. Their target is obvious, AJ. He's almost certainly going number 1, but he may be headed somewhere far from where he actually wants to be. The Wizards have been stuck in rebuilding mode for years. Even after adding Trae Young and Anthony Davis, the team culture and competitive environment feel completely different from the more stable situation in Utah. So where will the next chapter of AJ's basketball journey begin? Washington or Salt Lake City?